I want to give you what I call the 7 lessons of leadership. And I mentioned these in our last session. I want to just reiterate them. Those who are going to lead in the future are going to have these 7 attitudes. Number 1, they must understand that leaders don't wait. Now, this is an important statement. A leader doesn't wait for things to happen. They make things happen. Leaders don't wait for someone else to do something. They decide to do it themselves. Leaders don't pray for change. Leaders initiate change. So you can always tell a leader, when a leader is present, they act on things. They don't wait for instructions. They literally instruct. And the first person they instruct is themselves. Someone has to do something about this. That's how leaders talk. Someone has to change this. You know, when you think of people like Mr. Nelson Mandela, who was born in a country that was under apartheid for over 70 years. I mean, there were many black leaders who complained about that, but nobody decided something has to be done. Mr. Nelson Mandela, who was a lawyer, who had a good job and a good practice, decided, I'm going to surrender my private ambition for the sake of the other people. And I'm going to do something about this. He did not wait. And every other leader you think about that you are respectful of probably is the same way, including people like Sir Lyndon Pinling and Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King Jr. and Mother Teresa and Helen Keller, so many people in that category. They all have the same spirit. I'm not going to wait. Let's do something. My question is, what are you observing in your environment that you are complaining about and doing nothing about it? That means you are not a leader. You are a complainer. The second principle is leaders know character counts. Leaders are very careful to protect their character. And thirdly, leaders have their heads in the clouds. They have a big vision, but they also keep their feet on the ground. They're in touch with the compassion needed of the people who are not where they are. Leaders should always be ahead of people, but never out of sight. Can I say it again? Leaders must be ahead of the people. Don't be with the people. Got to be ahead of them. But you must not be out of sight. In other words, the people don't know where to go if they can't see you. So you're supposed to be with your head in the clouds, with a massive vision, a big dream, all these great ideas, but don't let your feet leave the ground because some people ain't in the clouds. So they are in touch with the infirmities of the people. They come back and teach and train and motivate and help those people. Thirdly, leaders must be aware of their shared values. Their values are important. They believe that the things they value, the people should value. And they share their values. Number 5, leaders know you cannot do it alone. Leaders are very driven, but they like people in the back seat with them. They know they can't go alone. They always know that they need a team. They need people. They need a group. Leaders do not achieve anything alone. Dictators do. And number 6, leaders know the legacy you leave is the life you live. Leaders live by example. They don't live by instructions. Leaders live by living what they say, manifesting what they say. They don't give instruction, they live instructions. So a true leader actually demonstrates what they tell you to do. They live what they give you instruction on. And of course, number 7, leaders know that leadership is everyone's business, that everyone should be involved in leadership. A true leader is always driving other people to become more responsible, to become more independent, to become more of a thinker themselves. So leaders always want people to become leaders. Again, those who are not leaders want to make sure you never join their category.